something that I ask myself all the time, is my peace more important than being right about this thing?
That is such a good question.
You know what I mean? Because we want to be right so bad, but is my peace more important than having to be right about that? Always. I want to feel peace today, even if the person doesn't agree with me.
And another thing on that, I love that you said that, because we're in a space and time and age where everybody is so combative.
Yes.
And everybody wants to be right. And
Mhm.
everybody's so triggered. And if you don't think the way I think, then you're wrong. And
Right.
and we got trolls online, and we got just, I mean, hell, we're in an election year. You know,
Right.
we see it. You know,
Yeah.
oh, you don't think the way I think, and it's like But two things can be right at the same time.
100%. Absolutely. There can always be two truths. We're looking at it through our own lens. And I find that to be like, let me just honor my peace. I don't need to convince anyone of anything.
Right.
I can just be at peace with my truth and let that be okay. And if someone else has an issue with it, then that's what they get to unpack. I don't have to take that in and have that be my own.
And stay curious.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing. Like with this podcast, it's been great for me because I get to talk to a lot of different types of people and different perspectives. And you know what? Not everybody's got the same beliefs that I do, and but it allows me to stay curious because somebody may come on this show and maybe thinks completely different from me.
Yes.
But we're going to have a cordial, nice conversation. I want to be curious about it. Like, hey, where is that coming from? Like, I want to learn more about it. Like, I might not have to agree with it, but
exactly.
But I want to learn about it.
Yeah.
Let me just be curious.
Yes. Okay. So I think we get so tripped up because we think we're all supposed to be cookie cutter versions of each other. And it's like, what is that about? Like, we all came here to be completely unique. We all came here with completely unique gifts, and we're meant to give these gifts away to the collective. You know what I mean? Like, it's like we were given these gifts to give them away. And so I think that's what's something that we forget sometimes is we're like, let me fit into this box. Let me be a cookie cutter version of my mom, my neighbors, my best friend. And it's like, we're not honoring our truth. We're not honoring our gifts. And I think it's time for us to start to honor that.
That's good. And I got some recommendation for anybody thinking about that's getting polarized by this election. Okay. Because I've been there. Okay. Seriously, I'm speaking to myself on this one.
Yeah.
I just had this thought, like, okay, so we got Democrats and Republicans. Okay, cool. And right now, you're going to war. Okay, cool. But how do you view, and this is your neighbor, by the way, this is your neighbor. How do you view somebody that's not your neighbor? How do you view someone that isn't even American? Right? Like, if you're going to view somebody with a different belief system who's American, then how are you viewing somebody that lives in, Germany or, just any other country? Like, I don't look down on those people.
Right.
If I don't look down on those people, why would I look down on my Americans for believing something different from me?
Yeah.
That's all 100%. It is.
100%.
They just believe something different.
Yep.
And that's okay. I try to find out why. Like, where's the motivation? Where's it coming from? What were their life's the things that happened to them throughout their life that caused them to have these beliefs? Because I know where mine come from.
Totally. Yeah.
And not at a place of trying to change their mind about it. Like, I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm just curious. Like, stay curious.
Yeah, that is the medicine. Just be in curiosity, even as specific and intimate as like with a partner. Just stay curious. You know what I mean? Like, interesting point of view. Can you unpack? Like, maybe don't say it in these terms, but can you unpack that for me? Like, tell me more. I'm curious about that. It's very interesting. Me and my husband had it was like 3 months ago, kind of a charged conversation, and I just grabbed his hands and I looked him in the eyes, and I'm like, still listening to what he had to say, and you could tell he wanted to kind of pull away a little bit, but there was a difference in like connection when I was like fully immersed in there with him. I'm like, I want to understand, and I want you to understand me too. It made the conversation de-escalate so quickly. And it's very rare that we get into those conversations, but like just to hold that space and just to like I'm here with you. It's okay that you have a difference in opinion. I still love you. Like, I still love you. So let's just talk about this. Let's come to something that will work for both of us here.